Hi everyone, so today we're going to be doing a tags, our first tag ever. It is the New Year's book resolutions tag, started by Char's New Chapter. We're a bit late filming this, but whatever, so we'll just get started. So the first question is an author you'd like to read that you've never read before.
And for this one, I chose Jodi Lynn Anderson. She's written a couple of books, and she has a new book coming out this year called The Vanishing Season, I believe. But this is the one I want to read entirely because I've heard great things about it. So it's a retelling of Peter Pan.
The author I want to read that I've never read before is Jonathan Franzen, and I own two books by him. I have The Corrections and Freedom, and I've never read either one of these, so I feel like I should probably read his books. They're just really big, and I haven't wanted to read them yet, but anyways, I want to read at least one of them this year. So the next question is a book you'd like to read.
Well, there's lots of books I like to read, but one that I think I'd like to read relatively soon is Carrie by Stephen King. I saw the movie before I read the book, but I did enjoy the movie, so my friend Nicole also read it and she said it was good, so I want to try it.
Okay, so the book I want to read soon is The Hobbit by J.R.R. Tolkien, and yeah, I've never read this, so I feel like I should do that, and then I want to watch the movies as well. So, yeah.
We're probably going to read it together, even though I did read it when I was 16 in high school, so grade 11.
Okay, the next one is a classic you'd like to read.
So for my classic, I chose 1984 by George Orwell. Shannon recently read this and she liked it, and it's a dystopian, so I think I'll enjoy this type of classic.
I would like to read, there's a lot actually right now, I'm trying to read more classics, but I really want to read Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte, and I've heard just awesome things about this. So I'm really excited to read this, and I really love the cover that I found. So, okay. Number 4 is a book you'd like to reread.
This category, I chose Anna and the French Kiss by Stephanie Perkins. When I read this around 2 years ago now, and I really enjoyed it. It was just really cute and fun and put me in a good mood, so I'd like to experience that again, and hopefully second time I read it, I enjoy it just as much as I did the first time.
The book I want to reread is The Virgin Suicides by Jeffrey Eugenides. I've read this book a few times before, but I really want to read it again because I love it, and yeah, it's so good. Okay, the next question is a book you've had for ages and want to read.
So for a couple of my answers, this could fit in different categories, but for the book that I've had for ages and I would like to read this year, I've chosen The Iron King by Julie Kagawa. I did start this a while back, but then I put it down. I just didn't get back to it, but I did enjoy what I had read, so I want to finish this and maybe go further in this series if I enjoy it.
I want to read Slaughterhouse-Five by Kurt Vonnegut. I got this book when I was like in grade 11, I think, or grade 10, and I started reading it and then I stopped and then I never finished it. So I actually want to fully read this because a lot of people have been talking about it recently, and I feel like I should really read some Kurt Vonnegut. Next question is a big book you'd like to read.
So for the book I've chosen is The Casual Vacancy by J.K. Rowling. This book is 503 pages, so I consider any book over 500 pages a large book. I pre-ordered this before it came out, but I never read it yet. So I should really get to it because I really love Harry Potter. So and the cover's pretty cool.
Okay, the big book I want to read is American Gods by Neil Gaiman, and the edition I have is like almost 600 pages, but it's because it's the little like
short version.
The little version.
It's mass paperback.
Yeah, the mass paperback edition. But I've read Coraline and the Graveyard Book by Neil Gaiman, so I really want to read one of his adult books. So I'm really looking forward to this one.
He looks super intense on the back.
Okay, an author you've previously read and want to read more of.
So for this one, I've chosen Rainbow Rowell. I read Attachments last year and I really enjoyed it, so I would like to pick up Eleanor and Park by Rainbow Rowell.
I didn't like Eleanor and Park.
She gave it a 3 and apparently she
No,
doesn't
I
like
changed it to a 2, so.
That means you thought it was okay.
Yeah, it wasn't like the worst, but whatever, anyways.
And I also own Fangirl, so I also, if I do like Eleanor and Park, which I believe I will because I liked Attachments, I'll pick up Fangirl.
I kind of cheated for this one because I have two authors that I've read before that I really want to read. First is Donna Tartt. So I read The Secret History and now I want to read The Goldfinch, which I've heard is amazing. And also I just finished 1984, so I don't know if this will count. But I want to read more George Orwell because I absolutely love 1984 and I want to read Animal Farm. I also want to read some of his other works, which seem to be less popular, but I still really want to try them. Number 8, a book you got for Christmas and would like to read.
The book I've chose is Not a Drop to Drink by Minnie McGinnis. I got this from Shannon for Christmas, and I think it's like a post-apocalyptic.
Apocalyptic.
Love that. Or dystopian, I'm not exactly sure. And it just sounds really, really interesting.
Okay, the book I got for Christmas that I really, really want to read is Night Film by Marisha Pessl. And again, I've heard really great things about this book, and I'm super excited to read it. Okay. The next question is a series you want to read start and finish.
So for this one, I've chosen Delirium by Lauren Oliver. This is another book I bought right when it came out pretty much. This is the old cover, and I still haven't picked it up. Shannon read it out like 3 years ago when it first came out.
Was it that long ago?
Let's see when it came out. 2011. So
it was 3 years ago.
And Shannon read it right away.
Yeah.
And did you like it?
Yeah.
Wasn't bad.
But I didn't read the other two, so.
Yeah, so you didn't like it a lot, but you liked it. This would be like a 3 for you.
Sure. I couldn't really think of one for this. I don't know, there's not too many series I really want to read right now that I can think of. But I chose Shatter Me by Tahira Mafi.
Tahara.
I thought, no, it's
Tahara, I thought.
Tahira. Okay, whatever. Anyways, I was watching their YouTube channel, like her and Ransom Riggs. I thought they were cute, so it made me want to read it.
Oh,
but anyways.
Did you watch the question one?
Yeah.
No.
Anyways, so yeah.
We'll link it below.
I feel like I should read this. I know a lot of people who really like it, and I have a signed copy of it, so.
Which she got for $2.
Yeah. Yay. So I feel like I should read this book, at least give it a try.
And I actually just picked up Unravel Me from the book outlet for like $5 in hardcover, so if she likes it, she can continue on right away.
Yes. Not the final question. A series you want to finish that you've already started.
The series that I've chose is the Chaos Walking Trilogy by Patrick Ness. I read this 2 years ago, and I really, really liked it. I liked it enough to go right away and pick up The Ask and the Answer by Patrick Ness, but then I never completed it. And I also want Shannon to read it, so I think she should read it.
The series that I started that I want to finish is A Song of Ice and Fire series by George R.R. Martin. I've read Game of Thrones. I read half of Clash of Kings, and I know I will definitely not finish the series this year at all, but I want to continue it at least.
There's one more, too.
Yeah, and there's obviously more than this box set. But I really do want to read it because I do enjoy them. They're just like so freaking big.
Yeah, I read Game of Thrones and Clash of Kings.
Next question is, do you set reading goals? If so, how many books do you want to read in 2014?
So I do set reading goals. Usually I will set my goal to 50 books per year, and I have completed that in 2013 and 2012. But this year I'm going to set my goal to 40 books because I would like to reread some books, and Goodreads doesn't count books that have already been read that have dates set on Goodreads as new books for the new year that you're in.
Yeah, my reading goal for this year is just 35 books because last year I only read like 20 or 25. So I'm trying to read a bit more than that, but yeah, I think I can do that.
Plus, Shannon got into school for an English degree.
Yay.
So she'll probably be reading
lots of books there.
for that.
But that's not till the fall, but anyways. Okay. And the final question is, do you have any other reading goals? I don't really have any actually set, but I would like to read more fantasy books or science fiction, kind of go into different genres, maybe some more young adult. I haven't been reading many of those recently. And I do want to read more classics. So I guess I just want to read a bunch of books. It's not really a real goal or anything, but yeah, I just want to read more genres really.
For me, I want to read more, maybe 2 classics this year.
You can do more than that.
Yeah.
I've already read 2 classics this year. So more than that's
right
the
now.
most classics I've ever read, which is kind of sad.
Yeah. Well, this I do I want to read more classics, but I find when I'm in school and reading textbooks and stuff, I like to read YA because it's kind of more fun sometimes. Yeah. I mean, classics are still fun. It's just sometimes they seem really more intense sometimes. I don't know, but I want to try some classics. I would also like to maybe read a little faster. Because I get distracted really easily by my phone.
Focus on our reading.
Yeah, and then I thought if I could maybe go on my phone less, I could read more, and I could actually read more than 50 or 40 books this year, including my rereads, so that'd be awesome. Those are my goals.
All our answers to the questions in this tag.
We don't tag anybody.
Well, yeah, because I don't think anyone's actually gonna watch it. So we don't.
Yeah.
Anyone who wants to do this should just do it, even though it's kind of late. So I feel like if you wanted to do it, you've done it already.
It's still January though.
Yeah. Thanks for watching.
Bye.